Breaking news, Luigi Mangione arrested of murder.
Person of interest in that CEO killing. You see him there. This is the first image that we're getting of Luigi Mangione. Look at this. Our teams outside court just got this. So this is him walking in, ready to be arraigned. Targeted killing of Brian Thompson in Midtown Manhattan last week.
Yes, the shocking footage of him being arrested. Luigi Mangione, what we're going to look at in this video, we're going to look at where he was born and raised, a little bit about his history, and then we're going to have a deep dive into what actually happened on that fateful day when Brian Johnson was killed.
Fox News alert, the biggest health insurance company in the country, its CEO, just got assassinated in Midtown Manhattan, right as he was walking into a hotel. New surveillance video shows the shooter firing the kill shot at around 6:45 in the morning. He used a silencer, looked like a professional hit.
I hear the 3 shots. I was parking down there in the car. I hear 3 shots. Yeah, and then when I looked, there's a man down. Then the guy crossed and then he ran. He's a white male, all in black, with a backpack. The guy, he was here in this corner.
NYPD now believes the suspect who gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has escaped New York City. Last seen riding out of Central Park on a bike after the shooting. Police say the suspect hopped into a taxi, headed to the bus station by the George Washington Bridge, and made his getaway.
Cameras scanned every inch of heavily wooded sections of Central Park, assisted by dozens of cops on the ground. The needle in this haystack, the backpack the shooter was wearing when he gunned down United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson early Wednesday morning. Cameras captured the shooter riding his bike into the park with the bag a few minutes later, but when a camera reacquired him exiting the park on the Upper West Side, the bag was gone.
News that police have just discovered what is suspected to be the backpack carried by the suspected shooter of Brian Thompson. The bag was found in Central Park, where the police had deployed officers and drones.
Person of interest in custody in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Police have identified 26-year-old Luigi Mangione as the person of interest. He was arrested in a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, after police say an employee there recognized him and called in a tip. Police say he was acting suspiciously and was carrying multiple IDs, including an ID that matched the one used in the check-in at the hostel before the shooting. Police also say they found a gun that appears to be a ghost gun capable of firing a 9mm round. It's similar to the one that killed Thompson. They also recovered a suppressor, a mask, and a 3-page handwritten document that speaks to his motivation and mindset. Police say the document mentions no specific threats for others, but shows ill will toward corporate America.
State manhunt. This is the Lincoln photo of the man in custody, 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, who police say has ties to San Francisco. New York police say Mangione was arrested on a weapons charge at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
6-year-old Luigi Mangione has been named a person of interest in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. NYPD Commissioner Jessica Tisch confirmed this afternoon that Mangione was arrested on firearms charges and that he had a number of items on him that matched the details of the gunman.
Earlier this morning in Altoona, Pennsylvania, members of the Altoona Police Department arrested Luigi Mangione, a 26-year-old male, on firearms charges. At this time, he is believed to be our person of interest in the brazen targeted murder of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, last Wednesday in Midtown Manhattan. The suspect was in a McDonald's and was
New York say they have arrested a, quote, strong person of interest in the brazen Manhattan killing of United Healthcare CEO. Investigators say this man here, 26-year-old Luigi Mangione, was taken into custody after police got a tip.
He was arrested at this McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Investigators say an employee recognized him and called police.
Who is Luigi Mangione? He was born and raised in Maryland. He has ties to San Francisco, California. He has no prior arrest in the New York area, and his last known address was Honolulu, Hawaii. He attended a private all-boys high school in Baltimore called Gilman School. He named valedictorian. So why is someone with all this knowledge and brain cells doing crazy stuff like this? I feel sorry for the people when you get a great person who does a wonderful speech with all the brains and knowledge and he uses it to kill people, it's disappointing. He graduated at a university in Pennsylvania where he received a bachelor's and master's degree in computer science. A friend from the school also believed he was super normal and very smart and couldn't believe that someone of his character could do something so heinously wrong. Luigi Mangione worked as a data engineer for True Cars, a digital platform that sold new and used cars, but since 2003 he had not been seen working in much capacity. His family are well known in the area, with owning real big country clubs, nursing homes, and so much more. Interesting to see what happened in this case. We're going to have a look at what actually happened. We're going to take you through a step-by-step process of what happened on that fateful morning. What he did in the early hours, and we'll be back to wrap this video up.
Local authorities receive a call. Gunshots fired outside the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan.
Got a male shot outside of the hotel. No prep description at this time.
The CEO of one of the biggest health insurers in the country was just gunned down in the middle of Manhattan in what would later be identified as a targeted hit. A manhunt is underway for the gunman who is at large, but here's what we know so far about the suspect's movement before and after the killing. It's December 4th, around 5 a.m. local time, nearly 2 hours before the shooting, and the suspect is seen outside this house, according to surveillance footage reviewed by local authorities. Police later released these images of the suspect, whom authorities believe is seen flirting with a desk clerk in the hostel lobbies days before the shooting. 6:15 a.m. In this surveillance footage, police sources tell ABC News an individual who appears to be the suspect is seen leaving a subway station just 3 blocks away from where the crime would unfold moments later. These surveillance photos show the suspect at a Starbucks sometime before the shooting. 6:29 a.m. A person who appears to be the suspect walks past a parking lot on West 54th Street, just 50 meters away from the site of the shooting. 6:44 a.m. The victim, 50-year-old Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, is seen walking towards the Hilton Hotel, where the company's annual investors conference is set to take place. The masked gunman comes up behind Thompson and shoots him in the back. Nearby witnesses would later describe the suspect as holding a gun with a silencer. Surveillance footage shows the gunman continuing to shoot Thompson as he walked towards him, stopping to clear a gun jam before firing again. Police tell ABC News the shooter first fled on foot and then got on an electric bike heading north towards Central Park. 6:48 a.m. Officers arrive and find Thompson on the sidewalk with gunshot wounds to the leg and back. He is taken to a hospital where he would later be pronounced dead.
The shooter appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack.
Just before 7 a.m., a person who appears to be the suspect is seen on the Upper West Side riding a bike, away from Central Park. He appears to no longer be carrying a backpack. The bullet casings found at the scene had the words "deny, defend, and depose" written on them. The motive for the deadly attack still remains unknown, police sources tell ABC News. A $10,000 reward is...
If proven guilty, how can someone do this? Obviously, we've seen the reports of a handwritten note that he didn't like the corporate world. He obviously had some mental issues that were not dealt with. What are we doing to make sure that people like this don't get to this stage where they go into a killing rage? Can we find new ways to improve the world out there? Luigi, there is countless people like this in America and all over the world that have done heinous crimes like this, hate crimes. I mean, Donald Trump was nearly assassinated not long ago. This is happening all over the world. It's disappointing that it's happening. I hope this video gave you a little bit of insight into Luigi Mangione and what is happening right now, and there will be more and more stuff come out in the days ahead. But thank you for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe at Barry Charles News, and we will return with another video shortly.